Hey, welcome back to the MrExcel Netcast. I'm Bill Jelly. Basically, you start out with massive amounts of data. You say, how are we going to analyze this? Well, let's fire up a pivot table and see if we can solve this problem.
Hey, welcome back to the MrExcel Netcast. I'm Bill Jelly. Today's question sent in by Mario. Mario's tracking football, or soccer as we call it here in the United States, results, and it's a fairly complicated thing. If you win the match, you get 3 points. If you lose the match, you get 0 points, and if you tie, you get 1 point. And he has the formula working out really well. If C3 is less than G3, then you get the 3 points. And then a second nested if statement, checking to see if they lost. If C3 is less than G3, then 0. Otherwise, the 1 point for a tie. We'll point out that you could also do this checking for the tie second. If G3 is equal to C3, 1 point. Otherwise, 0. That's all working fine, but here's Mario's question. Mario says, for the future games, when I've copied this formula down, it's giving 1 point to everybody because it's looking as if it's a 0-0 tie. How can I prevent it from calculating 1 as the result for future games? And I'm going to introduce a function called ISBLANK. ISBLANK. So we're going to edit Mario's formula and say equal if ISBLANK cell C4, then nothing, quote, quote. Otherwise, the rest of Mario's formula, and then at the very end, I press the N key and put a final parentheses, and you see that that will now work. If the score is filled in, we get the exact same result, but if the score is not filled in for future games, it will show up as blank. Now, when we actually play that game, and let's do a 2-2 tie, you see that then we will get the result. So if you have a great if formula working, but it needs to not calculate until the values are filled in, ISBLANK, a great way to go. Hey, I want to thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another Netcast from MrExcel.
Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another Netcast from MrExcel.